Yes, you might be tired. Straight away going to the subjects. Today we are going to discuss about the various types of advertising. Yes, maybe for the last 2 weeks we might be discussing more on softwares, designing elements, and the last 2 days we were discussing about what are the challenges in putting the media. And most probably we are speaking only about the social media as we are well versed it, but there are a lot of videos, other ways of putting our concepts we have to discuss later. And today it will be more focused on the different types of advertisements. Okay, you might be knowing about it, but just brushing up. And uh, last we will give a hint. Maybe it may be for the discussion for the next class, maybe at the end of the class also. The two important thing that is also a part of our subject, how the kids and how the women are used in the advertisement. Okay, that is a serious topic, and we can have a group discussion, we can have a debate in the forthcoming classes. So you have to browse more, you have to view different advertisement, and you have to give your opinion, and we have to fight. That will be activity maybe in the next class. Okay, so and what are the ethical ways we have to adopt with the advertising? What are the ethics in advertising? That is the subject. So if anybody want to add, so anyways, I'm just moving to the PPT. Okay. Yes. So I believe it is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So we are moving with a code. Okay, so advertising we can't stop. Even we are saying about different things. Some people will say advertising is a waste of cost. Every advertising will not give you return. Yes, we know obviously, but we can't stop advertising. Okay, so it is mentioned as stop advertising to save is like money is stopping your watch. If you want to save your time, in whether you will stop your watch. That is the way. If you are thinking about no need to stop advertising. Advertising we can't stop. And another thing, if you want to learn something, means please go practically. This PPT will not help you. YouTube will not help you. The lectures will not help you. If you want to learn something, please go on hunt. By sitting in the place just by browsing, we can't get anything. That is also we have to learn from it. And objectives of advertising is objectives. You have a n number of objectives before designing your media, before designing your product, before designing your ad. Please understand whether your objective is to sell your product, or whether it is to create a demand, or whether you want to project a price or a design or a product, or whether you want to brand or to create an awareness, or you want to emphasize on a service quality, or just a market share increase. All words are different. Sales is different, product selling is different, market share is different, competition mapping is different. So you should have a proper objective before designing an ad and before choosing a media. So what may be the benefits we are getting, as it is related to the objectives. Okay, when we advertise more, the economy will grow. Okay, so for example, if you go to US, whatever the amount you spend on advertising, that can be deducted from your tax. It is a tax exemption. But India, it is not like that. India, advertisement is seen as a commercial activity. But if it is the US and other developed countries, they saw this as an economic activity. If you advertise, many people will buy the product. If the many people will buy the product, many people will produce the product. If the many people produce the product, many people will get the employment. Then the government will grow economically. So we have to see in that perspective, it's not only selling the product, it is not a selfish activity, it is not a profit-oriented activity, it is an economic activity. And it mostly gives emphasis on giving an information for the utility, not for only for profit. And it may emphasize on creating your brand name. And the most important thing is the media support is important for advertising. And our distribution, if you are giving a proper awareness, if you are able to pitch the product, the customer itself will come to your home and buy the product. So you will be cutting down the channels, your distribution cost can be reduced, and every business has its own life cycle: introduction, growth, decline, and a maturity decline. Okay, any business will have, any product will have, but the advertisement will increase your growing stage, or it will keep you more time in the maturity stage. So advertisement is not only for increasing a sale, it can keep you in a growing stage or maturity stage. And advertisement can create a monopoly, or sometimes it will break others' monopoly also, and it will emphasize the customer to accept your new product. It will deal with the competition. If you want to focus in particular area, it will help you. And if you want to increase the price, If you want to increase the profit, at the same time you want to hold the sales, advertising is only the way. So there are a lot of benefits are there. When you come to the role, we can classify the advertising role into a marketing role, communication role, economic role, social role. It is a continuation of our objective. If you are seeing an ad, please understand what is the role of this ad, what role it is playing, whether it is playing a marketing role. Marketing role means it has to speak to the consumer. It has to convince something. It has to pitch something. It has to satisfy something. The ad content means then the ad is doing a marketing role. If it is objective is just to communicate about a product, creating awareness, creating a very good name, goodwill about the company means it is a communication role. Economic role, whether it is giving something benefit to the customer's economy, whether the ad speaks about saving money, the ad speaks about the reduction of production cost or in between cost, or whether it builds or whether it's control inflation, whether it contributes to the national income, whatever it may. So whether it may be a personal or societal or government or country, it can be as an economic role. It's not only sales, whether it contributes to individual economy or national economy. Otherwise, whether the advertisement is focusing on the societal problem, it's all the product may solve some social problem. Even our dress, this will serve the purpose in the society. How we have to dress, how should be the acceptance, how we are maintaining the culture, how we can control the harassments. So the advertisement for a dress itself speaks about a lot of societal problems, and how you are educating about non-usage of alcohol, cigarette, that acts as a societal role, giving awareness about plantation. So the advertisement may have some societal role also. So please understand your role of advertising is marketing or communicating or economic or societal. But anyway, all things will add synergy to each other. But the core theme is what you have to understand. So it has various roles. Okay. Yes. So these are the other functions. It's a continuation. What I said. Okay. It may add product or give incentive to your sales. Yes, the same thing is discussed here. It can deal with the competition. It can communicate about a product. It will speak about a product distribution. It will increase your brand preference. It will reduce your overall cost. Fine. How I can classify the advertisement? We are saying advertisement. Whether it is to draw some logo, draw some picture in a A4 size, draw or create some video in 30 seconds, putting up reels, whether it is an advertisement. It is also an advertisement, but there is a lot of n number of types of advertisements are there. Mostly we are going to digital media or TV or newspaper. There are n number of media. So we can classify the advertisement, or we can decide on the advertisement based on our target audience. So based on the target audience, whether I am giving advertisement for end consumer or for business people, that we call it as a B2C or B2B. This way I can classify the advertisement. Based on that, I have to choose the mode. I have to choose the element. Next one, whether I am going to advertise for international customers or national customers or a particular state or particular district or only for one street. Based on that, my advertisement content will change, media will change, frequency will change, cost will change. Then coming to the medium, so I have to understand this medium will be suitable for the customer, means whether I can go for a print medium, broadcast medium, radio, television, out of, we are going to see the different types of advertisement. So based on the mode or medium, I can choose the type of advertisement and what is the purpose. Already we discussed about functions, roles, objectives. So each and everything, my advertisement will differ. So if you want to classify the advertisement can be classified based on your target audience, based on the coverage, that's geographical coverage, or based on the mode or medium you want to choose, and based on what is the purpose of the advertisement. Okay. So based on that, we can have this. We can, another way we can classify whether you are giving advertisement within the home, within the office, indoor, or outside. We can classify another way: indoor advertisement, outdoor advertisement. If you want to, so during the COVID time, all the companies are focusing on indoor advertisement because we are not coming out of our home. We are not traveling in the road. We are not able to see the screen boards or any banners, posters outside. So all the money spent on the outdoor advertisement, we converted to indoor advertisement. That is a challenge how we can pitch, because in home there are 5 customers are there. Each customer's age will be different, occupation will be different, their taste will be preference. How many advertisement I can pitch? I have newspaper, I have television, and everybody is having a mobile. In the mobile, there is an Android, there is a Facebook. So there's a number of competition. All the people are together. They will be discussing. They will be deviating from our decisions. How this indoor advertisement will catch up the entire family or an individual. That is the biggest challenge we are facing. But that challenge is the opportunity for our people who are doing advertisement. So in the indoor advertisement, we can have a folder, diary, calendar, circular is mostly used for B2C communication, or it can be broadcasting medium for a radio or television. We can, so this is a medium. Through this, we are going to advertise. Or if it is the outdoor means, we have a printed, non-printed. So printed, newspaper, periodical, handbill, poster, etc. Non-printed, it comes under broadcast and transit advertisement. Transit advertisement means when we are in transit, transmitting movement. If I am moving, if I am traveling, if I am riding, at that time also I can advertise to you. And is there any special event I am having? If you are going at any specific place like a park or a theater or a restaurant, there also I will advertise. So wherever you go, I will advertise. I will find a way to advertise. So we have to understand what are the different types of advertisement and how it can be done. So here just a comparison, you can check it later. Okay. So before going for selecting an advertising media, for example, here I listed printed trade shows. Trade shows also a type of advertisement where we are making all the people to come. Trade shows means like an exhibition. Okay. We are encouraging all the people to assemble in one place and to see us, to check our product, to see our banners. That's a trade show. Direct mailing means directly I'm sending a mail or a courier to the people. That way I can advertise, or I can use a website or a digital marketing using my SEO tools or boosting tools, or otherwise other way of posting in different social media or through other broadcasting. So I can have a number of different options. Each option I have a checklist. I want to measure my result or reach of my advertisement. It will change. Results are measurable. According to the measurable, which is good, which is easy, I have to apply. Next one, whether I am reaching my target audience or active shoppers, active buyers, whether it will increase. So for example, website, they will say yes. And broadcasting, I'm just sending a mail that may not encourage. It will give me information, but it may not engage with the shopper, buyers. And if I'm going for a virally spread, if I'm looking for virally spread, which will be better, social media is better, other things. We cannot instantly, within a second, I want to reach a close of people. Social media is only the purpose. I cannot go for another thing. Then, if there is anything lost until it's removed. So whether if I'm saying one content, saying a message, I cannot repeat it again and again, which is the mode which will stay for a longer period of time. Yes, obviously sometimes print advertisement, or if it is a permanent website, not a social media, it may play a purpose. So I have to advertise in that mode. If I need a quick result, I want immediate sales, I want immediate name, I want immediate fame, which to be chosen? Yes, there is a classification, how many months it will take, and what is the cost, and which media will create a trust for me. So some brands run on trust, some brand run on advertising, some brand run on impulsive. So you have to decide for this product, which component is important, which will be faster, which will be easier, which will be cheaper. You have to decide, then you have to choose a advertising mode. Now we are coming back. What are the other ways we can have advertising? Advertising can be a branding advertising. For example, we call this umbrella branding. Okay, so Coca-Cola, Godrej. So even I'm having a number of SKUs for each and every product. If I'm giving on advertisement, it will be costlier. Rather than I can say Apple. If I position my brand name, whatever the product I am selling below this, automatically will sell. So here the main emphasis on branding. Or otherwise, I can say the direct sales advertising. Okay, I am directly go to the customer or go to the retailer. That I want to advertise. If you go to the retail shop, you can see the banners, you can see a danglers, you can see a brochure, you can see a display rack, you can see a light. There I am advertising. I am advertising directly to the consumer. Next one, my advertising is mainly to build a relationship. My objective is not a immediate sales. I am creating a relationship. That is also another type of advertising. Okay. Then pioneer advertising. We call it as a pioneer advertising when you are coming with a new product launch. When you are coming with a new product launch, how you have to position. That is called as pioneer. pioneering advertisement. Okay. Next one, competitive advertisement. So I am producing an advertisement, I am launching advertisement to tackle my competition, to kill my competition, to handle the competition, or I want to escape from the competition. That is called as competitive advertising. So always I should keep my competitor. Comparatively, I have to explain my advertisement. Whether you are going for it, that I can attack my competitor directly, as like shown here. In the picture you can see, I am directly attacking. Most of the time, the toilet cleaner, they will show the competitor brand. I am better than this. Directly or otherwise, you can attack the competitor by saying only your strength. Only your strength. That is the indirect way of dealing with competition. How you are playing with the advertising. Next one is usually in the social media marketing, they call this a PPC advertising. So as a company, I have to pay to the consultancy agency or advertising agency whenever a consumer is clicking my link, seeing the message, seeing the pop-up, seeing ad, then I give the money. So that is called as PPC, pay per click. That is a reach, right? If you are giving the television ad, how I can ensure that you people saw the ad? If I give the advertisement in the newspaper, how I can assure that you saw the ad in the newspaper? But if it is the social media, how I can see? So every click, the client has to pay. That is one of the way that is called as a PPC advertising. It comes under digital advertising. Next, in the PPC, we have a Google AdWords and AdSense. Okay, so when you are making the customer to see the product whenever they are searching for some words. For example, if you are searching for a marketing, I will show some of the related words to the marketing. I'm trying to sense the product. Okay, so the Google acts as a brain using your browsing, whatever you are going to browse. From that, it will sense you and it will post ad. That is called as Google AdWord, or it want to sense you or your behavior respectively. I will post the ad. So it is called as Google AdSense and the Google AdWords. So please browse more to learn about. This is also emerging way of advertising, and you can advertise using your LinkedIn itself. LinkedIn, yes, obviously it is a professional network. It's to build a relationship with other people. Another thing, why the LinkedIn is giving us a free of cost? Okay, so it is encouraging all the people to connect. Why they are doing? Because it is creating a database. It is creating a database. They won't directly advertise it, but they will create a forum. If I want to promote something, means I can pay some amount to the LinkedIn. Please check all the options in LinkedIn. Apart from your photo, apart from your friends, please check other things. Business LinkedIn. If you go there, means then they will give you a database. If you are posting some message, you can decide out of 5,000 people, this 1,000 people I want to reach. It can be available. So through the LinkedIn also, I can advertise like the other social medias. Another thing, advertising is called as a guerrilla marketing. What is guerrilla marketing? If I am not a leader, if I am not so much strong, if I am not having a very good brand, if I am unable to compete or fight with my competitor, then I have to adopt a guerrilla advertising. Guerrilla advertising, what is guerrilla? How the guerrilla will attack? It will hide somewhere else, okay? Suddenly it will jump, it will attack and it will run. So normally what we will do, we try to apprise the strength of my competitor or strength of my enemy. Thereby I am choosing my weapons. But in guerrilla attack, so the guerrilla advertising evolves from the concept war. During the First World War, Second World War, what are the concepts we adopted in fighting with the people? The same concept. Here we are seeing our advertising competitors as my enemies. My customers are my people. Market is my kingdom. I want to rule the kingdom. I want to keep my customers with me. So I have to avoid the enemies into my boundary, or I have to kill the enemies. But I am not having that much strength, so I will surprisingly, unexpectedly attack, or unexpectedly I will surprise the customer, I will pitch it. I am not following anybody. I am not running with the discount. I am not running with the impulsive celebrity. That is a guerrilla marketing. Okay, so it's a hide and attack. So you are invisible to the competitor. They can't know your steps. They can't know your strategies. Only the customer will know. For example, I will put some example. This is some sample advertising in guerrilla. You can see this is not our regular way of advertising. But whenever the customers come across, they will be impressed. But this thing cannot be copied by the top leaders. The top leader will be adopting some other ways. Okay, if you have a little budget, but you want to differentiate, if you want to position means, you can adopt like these ways, the guerrilla advertising. Okay. Next one, public service advertising. My advertising is for the corporate responsibility. I want to provide something to the society as a public service means, you can do like this. Okay, so it is against the alcohol, it is against the smoking, like that. If you are doing so, you have to drive safely, you have to wear a helmet. So your advertising is focused on the society or public service. That is a public service advertising. Next one, we can connect with the people from their native. That is called as a native advertising. So we are matching, if you are seeing some customer, try to understand about the nativeness, understand about their background, personality. Based on that, I am creating a blog or a photo or a video so that they are connecting it. It is called as a native advertising. Bandwagon advertising. Another concept is called as a bandwagon advertising. Everyone else is using the product or everyone in the customer base. So this way, how we are convincing, I am having a pen. Okay, so I am having a pen. This pen is used by all. Are you not using it? Oh, bad. Everybody is accepting this pen. I am not speaking about the product. I am not encouraging you to buy. I am not speaking about a discount or offer or any other thing. I am not using the celebrity. Just I am saying this is the pen accepted by all the audience. That is the message I am giving. Automatically will make other people to buy. It's like a Preeti Mixie. It is a trusted mixie. Everybody is using. Close-up paste. Everybody is using. Who need freshness? Who need good breath? Hand use. That means that you are not saying the customer to buy the product. You are saying this product is accepted by all the people. Why don't you? That is called as bandwagon advertising. Next one, promotional advertising. Here I am advertising about my promotions, not about the product specifically. I speak about my promotion. It is a 1+1 offer, 50% discount, credit. So I speak more about my freebies, more about my offers, so that I am trying to sell my product. So I'm not speaking about a product, I speak about my promotions. Next one is surrogate advertising. It's a very important thing. Sometimes you have to sell the product which is not having any acceptance in the market. It may be a legally banned, or ethically you should not sell, or otherwise the government is not allowing to sell the product. So that means that it's not good. It's opposite to our CSR. But sometimes the corporate has to survive, right? If you want to promote the banned products like a cigarette or alcohol, other things restricted, that is called a surrogate advertising. The government will keenly watch you whether you are advertising surrogatively. So it is an illegal way of advertising, but we should know this thing you should not do, surrogate advertising. Pixel advertising, yes, normally we pay advertising for a click, pay advertising for a space, pay advertising for a television media, etc., etc. We pay advertising for a reach. Pixel means how much pixel. How pixel you means, if you can see in the laptop, you can see in the television, there is a pixel, space. How much space you are occupying. If you are posting a video, it occupies more pixel. If you post a picture, it occupies less. If you post a sentence or a word, if you post a logo, it will pitch. So they will speak with respect to pixel. How many pixel you need? Million pixel script, GPix, pixel ad script, these are some other way. So you have to decide how much pixel I want to add. So this is the way we can advertise also. Another way, testimonials, okay. It is a little bit different from celebrity advertisement, okay. The testimonials and celebrity differs means, so for example, if I say that I feel proud about this, I become very beautiful, I become very handsome. If you want to become like this, please follow me. That way the celebrity will speak. Okay, so we attach to the personality, we love the personality. Whatever the personality is using, I'm ready to adopt. That is called a celebrity advertising. But here I'm using a testimonial. Even it is a well-known celebrity or a normal common man or a housewife. They show the ad, I used it, I experienced it, it is very good. It is called as testimony. It's like a review. It's a review. I used, I got benefited. Why don't you? So most of the time the ad comes like that. They are using it. They feel happy about it. It's like a review writing or testimonial. So we believe on their experience, we believe on the result given by the company, and we try it. That is called as endorsement or testimonial advertising. So these all concepts you can include in your advertising. Okay. Yes. Contextual means what is the content you are having. So here the importance of content writers. Okay. The picture may be different, celebrity may be different, it may have a different value, but what is the content you are having? After seeing the message, what is in my mind? What is positioned in my mind? That is important. Okay. I may forget about Aishwarya Rai, but I may remember the beauty soap. For that, what content I am giving, whether I am emphasizing on Aishwarya Rai, or whether I am emphasizing on the smoothness, or whether I am emphasizing on white, beauty, whether I am emphasizing on social acceptance, whether I am playing with the ego, there lies the context. So the context-based advertising also we can play. Next thing we can play with, it is also again coming back to the digital advertising, keyword advertising. For example, you put Kottonu. If I pay some amount to the digital marketer, if I put Kottonu, my mobile brand will come to you. It is also a part of SEO or a boosting. So through the keyword, if you are searching shoes, I can relate all the possible shoes. Not only the shoes, I can relate to the socks, I can relate to some other polish, etc. Whatever, and even you are putting a word shoe, I can sell you a cross-selling a shirt. Whoever is going to buy a shoe, obviously they may be a sports person, obviously they may be a corporate people, so they may need belt, they may need other pen. I am relating it. So this is called as keyword advertising. Whatever the word normally people will be searching, I am giving advertising according to the target audience. Yes. Blog advertising. Yes. As we discussed in LinkedIn, Facebook, I cannot pitch in all the type of customers. So I am creating a separate space. Who loves sports? Please come to this blog. Who need discount? Please come to this blog. Who need beauty? Come to this blog. But this blog has to be posted in different media. So I'm advertising the blog. I'm attracting the people to come to my blog, to see my blog, read the blog, comment the blog, review the blog. So I'm creating some audience. So here I am promoting my blog. I have a lot of followers. Then using the blog, whatever I am saying, you will believe me. Okay, for example, for marketing, I'm creating a blog. I am creating a wonderful content. International level, I am putting a lot of input. So all the people will read. They much so much. So whoever look for marketing, they will come to my blog. Then I will say, from my experience, your new product launched. It's a very wonderful biscuit. I just leave off. Then the people will ask, what is the biscuit? So straight away, I'm not branding the product, advertising the product. What I will do, I find many bloggers. They will write decently about advertising, decently about greenery, decently about pets. Different way they will write. They will create a content. They will attract the audience. Then in between, I play my ad. So this is called as blog advertising. So this is not an exact word, but it's just we can say even in a bathroom we can advertise. Okay. So why bathroom we can advertise? It is an innovative niche way. We may be spending around 15 to 20 minutes, or per day we may be spending 5 to 6 times. We will get in and get out. At that time, nobody is going to disturb us, even our mobiles. So please think over it. During our restroom time or relaxing time, our mind will be free. There will be no gadgets will be following. At that time, you are having some advertisement which is appealing without disturbing their mood, means it will be stored right. You remember in the earlier days, most of the people reading the newspaper, they will take the newspaper to their toilet. That is the time they feel have time to read it. So if you are advertising on the morning time, these people will be reading, they will be reading only a newspaper. At the time of advertising, it will reach. That's the concept they had: morning advertisement, afternoon advertising, evening advertisement. There are different newspaper available earlier. Morning newspaper, evening newspaper, night newspaper. The same way, wherever possible, you can advertise. There is a dustbin. Regularly, I am going to put something there, just to write some name. Brand X. Please put your product here. Please put your waste here. I will read it. Whenever I am reading, I am seeing the logo. I am not going to explain about the product much. I am putting small logo. When I go to the shop, I relate this logo at the outlet. Then I may buy the product. I'm giving an option. So you may seeing some of the pictures here. So you have to find out where are the ways I can pitch my product. So this can be called as a different way of advertising. Covert advertising. Okay, there is a word called covert advertising. So here, if it is possible, I'll play the video. Okay, so here I'm stopping. Let me check for that. They are called as a covert advertising. So in the it may be in the sports, it may be in a television shows, it may be in a movies or a cinema. That is a separate event. In between the event, I am pitching my product. You may get associated with the cricket. You may be liking the people. In between, I am showing my brand near the scorecard, near your pitch, in the ground, in the ball, in the bat. I'm not straight away advertising, but I am relating the event, relating the movie, relating the show, and I am showcasing my indirectly. Most of the time, you are not aware of it. If you want to see me, please take any movie. Please watch the movie, but please stop observing the actor and actress. Please don't see actor and actress. Please don't see the people. Please don't hear the music. Please don't listen to the audio. Please mute the audio. Please observe what are other products you are having. Then you may be able to figure out nearly 20 to 30 brands they may be highlighting. Without our knowledge, we will be getting influenced by the product. That is, it's called as covert advertising. And another thing we know very well, how using the mobile, because in the mobile, we are able to integrate all possible, television, radio, FM, newspaper, everything we integrated. So it is a very, very, very important thing, mobile advertising. Using the mobile, what are the way we can advertise? We can pitch in all types of customers, starting from the kids to the old people, everybody starting mobile. So, but another thing, in the mobile, we have different medium. Whether I have to advertise using a SMS, using a mail, using an Android app, using a YouTube link, etc., etc., etc. Mobile is a device. Through this, how I can advertise. Next thing, straight away I can use the celebrity advertising. It's not like a testimonial. Here I will use a celebrity that you like. Whatever they are saying, I will follow them because my personality and their personality have some attachment. So please think why I'm liking the particular actor, why I'm like the particular actress. It's not only because of their fanciness or beautiful, some personality of us, which may be unknown to us, they may be reflecting. So we have to do a research. We identified some target audience, okay? Leave about our product, price, everything. Identify some target audience. These target audience have some type of behavior, some type of psychological pain or psychological pleasure. You please identify. Whenever you are posting some ad, whenever using some celebrity, please show the emotions, please show the behavior through the celebrity. That personality will easily click with your personality because I am matching psychologically. That may not be known to us. That's why there may be different types of actors. They are nicely acting. They are so beautiful, but we may forget about them. There are some actors, they played in the movie very long time, but we get attached, we are able to remember it. Why? Means there's a psychological touch. As an advertising person, we have to understand how we can relate this celebrity to that target audience using this product. This is a plus of celebrity advertising, but obviously it is a very costly and risky. Later we will discuss why. In-store advertising, yes, I am indoor, I advertised. On the way transit, I advertise. In the bus, using my guerrilla marketing. In airport, I advertise. I come to the retail shop to buy the product. We are speaking about the marketing, the consumer behavior. There are n number of steps. Identification of customer need, evaluation of alternatives, information change and evaluation, finding out the product and coming for the purchase. There is a n number of customer journey. So with a lot of ads, for example, with the Cadbury's chocolate, dairy milk, with a lot of ads from the celebrity, from the mobile advertisement, bathroom advertisement, newspaper advertisement, in all the way, I get attached to the dairy milk. I am coming to the retail outlet. See the first picture. Everywhere there's a Kit Kat. My mind will have some doubt. That is called as dissonance. Dissonance. Wow. Then my mind will try to change my decision to Kit Kat. Maybe. This is called as in-store advertising. How they place the product, how they place at the eye level. Even the three friends going into the outlet, different brands may pitch us differently. Different product kept in different space will pitch us differently. So I have to plan the display. See, 3 different types of display or merchandising they did. Different product, different display, different advertising will attract different audience. So in store, if you want to take the discussion, it will take 1 day within the outlet, because there is a final decision. I am going to buy the product. Even I am going to pay the cash counter, I can change your decision. You might took 2 to 3 hours in searching a product, evaluating the product, getting a discount. At the time of delivery, by a small ad in the cash counter, I can change your decision. So the advertisement can come within the store also. And yes, it is a guerrilla marketing. We can advertise even in your coffee cup, even in your pens. Okay, it's called as coffee cup or teacup advertising. And user generated advertising. Okay, here I am using my customers to brand. I'm not using a celebrity. I'm not using a big actor and actress. I am making my customer to post. So how I can do? So I am making some content. Okay, I am sharing to my customer. He is editing something. He wants to share in a status along with his photos, along with his other pictures or other audio, video, etc. Unknowingly, they are branding us. So that is user generated advertising. So whenever you are forwarding something in Facebook, this will go to the particular audience. So this ad will change according to your target audience. So who is the medium? You are the medium. Without your knowledge, I am finding out medium to reach my advertisement to the target audience. They are your friend, they are your networks. That is called as user generated. It may be a TikTok, it may be other way. They are using a customer as a channel. So user generated. Next one, O advertising. OOH, that is simply it is called as out of home. Otherwise, it is called as outdoor advertising. You can see the picture. What are the ways we can advertise outside? Okay, so everywhere we can advertise. That is called as OOH or out of home advertising. Programmatic advertising. Programmatic advertising means that nowadays, if you go to the big cities, they are using artificial intelligence. They are using a machine learning. They are using RFID. They are using a lot of digital sense to understand your mood, understand your behavior, understand your time preference. Based on that, the advertisement will change. So whatever we are posting in the television, whatever posting in the banner, etc., it is fixed for a certain period of time. But when I am seeing the TV, the advertisement is different. When you are seeing the same TV, the advertising is different. When the kid is seeing the TV, the advertising different, means that is called as programmatic advertising. The same medium, but the advertisement will change according to the artificial intelligence, machine learning. This is a program. For that, we have to write a lot of algorithms, software we have to write. Yes. Next one, yes, as you know, as I already said, the TikTok is a banned one. So we can use these also as a advertising tool. Whatever the app we are currently using. Funny app, editing picture. Oh, they are giving a lot of apps for editing, free video editing, free cartoon making. Why they are giving? Unknowingly, we are advertising through this. Okay. Yes, whenever we are sharing something, that brand will come. Please watch it carefully, and you are giving some way to that. Okay. So creative without strategy is called as art. Creative with strategy is called as advertising. Okay. Most of the time we are drawing, we are designing, we are painting, but please adopt some strategy. Why we have to advertise, through whom we have to advertise, with what we have to advertise, that we have to understand. Then it is called as advertising. Okay, so things to keep in mind for advertising. Okay, we have to keep in mind advertising media, what media I have to choose, and which product will be suitable for which type of advertisement in which medium, and what are the data I have to collect. What are the data I have to collect to prepare an advertisement? For example, data source, reference, aggregation. Yes, I received the chat. Okay, and measurement and carryover effect. So after seeing the advertisement, what is the thing I am keeping in mind, I am carrying to next person, that I have to remember, and what are the elements I have to add? Price, quality, promotion, personal selling, etc. And what are the things related to market? What are the things related to publication? What are the things for estimating the future? And how I can interact with the audience. So you can see only the heading. There's a few things listed. Likewise, there is 100 number of things you have to keep in mind before deciding an advertisement. As I already said that before deciding an advertisement, please see your objective. With the objective, you have to keep in mind all the elements. Then only you have to decide the color, decide the logo, decide the message, decide the celebrity, decide the medium, decide the cost. You have to keep in mind. Okay. So trust your creativity. You're a creative person. Don't feel that I don't know about Canvas. I don't know about Photoshop. I don't know about CorelDRAW. Yes, maybe after 5 years, we won't be using this tool. Whatever we are thinking, our device will be doing it. So trust your creativity and be yourself before getting advertised. Before doing any advertising, please believe that you are having a lot of creativeness in your mind. Okay. So within this, I'm just closing the content for advertising. I request all the people to switch on your videos. Next person, please take over this.
So it teaches on how the children should come once they finish playing, they have to come to the house and they have to clean themselves. And even advertisements can be helpful in like developing a career path for them as well. Certain advertisements help them in choosing the particular field. So moving on.
Yes, fast. We have only 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. Each person can take 30 seconds. Fast.
But also like motivated to consume their products. For example, like Dabur, Chyawanprash, or Boost and Horlicks and all that, they're focusing more on consumers like kids, so that the kids will want to consume it because it is actually beneficial for their growth, etc. So in that way.
Sir, also if we show like similar age kids who are in advertisement, like in the ad, so it will have a positive influence if you're trying to deliver a social message. So kids usually learn what they see. So that way, they will learn good habits also.
And advertisements can provide a sense of empathy and social responsibility as well for children from now itself, so that in future also they'll be following the same. That's it. You're on mute, sir.
Yes, yes. Fine. Order, please. Fast.
Yes, sir. So our topic was about children's and the advertisement. So first I'll focus on using the children in advertisement. So as we all know that toddlers are used for, advertising, but toddlers don't really give their consent to be in an advertisement. And hence it was actually, there was a bar in between that you can't use toddlers, because in the future when they, gather around with their friends, then they realize that they never wanted to be a part of an advertisement. So it kind of affects them in the coming future. And other thing is like
Yes,
how they
one thing, 30 seconds for each people. Pitch.
Yes.
The children are, they have immature mind, so they believe whatever things put in front of them. So in certain movies, we can see that alcohol consumption or which provoke the children to try it. And when some people choose celebrities as their heroes, so when they are doing stunt, it's dangerous people because children try to do it.
Even I was thinking about the alcoholic thing, sir. When the advertisement they shows after drinking the alcohol, they fly in the sky, like that. Even the children's go into the imagination that after drinking that thing, even we will feel like that or something like that.
Yes, yes, it's good. It's good. Again, I'm telling students, what you are contributing is perfect, but please think beyond. For example, companies are trying to say that you have to drink this health drink, then only you will become a taller, sharper. Actually, that is discouraging other kids who are unable to reach the health drinks. And they believe that only if we drink, then only we will become confident. So it may be good for the company, but it may be a wrong message to the other people. Likewise, things just differently. Alcohol, these small things, we know it is unethical straight, but we can't find it as unethical, but still it is unethical something. So try to pitch in for the future discussions. Okay, next team. Thank you.
So our advertisement is about women empowering in advertising. So I saw an example. So I'll tell an example. So in the year 2019, Volvo came up with an advertisement on Women's Day, stating that 84% of women are uncomfortable coming in the nights. So they created an ad stating that any woman can come in any time. So basically, the objective of the advertisement was that women should no longer be afraid of coming out in the dark. So that is the main objective of the advertisement, sir.
Very good. Next.
There was an advertisement about Havells grinder mixie. So where the husband will ask the woman, his wife, to make some juice and give because he's come out from walk. So she will reply saying, if you want it, you make it yourself. Just to this ad was basically to break the stereotype that only women are meant to cook.
Yes, very good. Next.
Sir, Audi car have an advertisement that every woman can drive like a man without depending on men, sir. So that will empower the women. Sir.
Yes. Okay. Because I'm able to see you in a different creative things, in a different media. I'm able to see you. Okay. Yes. Later I will come back to your talents. Okay. Thank you. Next team.
Yes, sir. So our team was actually looking at the topic where women is still used as a tool. So a live example is there in every game advertisements you see these days, where the particular female character is especially with less clothes, stating that particular character is sexy. So to get this sexy game, you have to download this sexy app. So like that, and it is through all age. It's very common these days in every mobile app if you download. So yeah.
Next.
I'm giving to.
Okay.
Also, these days, all the brands, they think that the advertising, they are supporting feminism, but in a way they are toxic feminism, because in all the advertisement, they would only show model-like looking female people and put out that, like, if you are not like this, you are not fit for an advertisement. Especially Fair and Lovely, they are the most toxic advertising manufacturing person ever. If they show a light skin tone, and they will show that until you use a product, you are not confident enough. So that's, they also use, toxic feminism as a tool.
Exactly.
Just summing up to what Andrews and Melvin said, basically through the advertisement where women are giving in the name of empowerment, it's basically showing that this is how woman has to be, even though we are vulnerable or we have certain vulnerability or we certain fragile. When we are fragile, they're showing it as like we can't be like that, we have to be strong because we are strong, we are always strong. That's not true. We also have certain things which is not shown in a right way.
Yes. Fast.
Regarding ethical advertisement, nowadays more and more consumers are becoming greatly aware about the unethical claims by the brands, and also with the passage of the Consumer Protection Act by the Parliament, nowadays the companies are preferring to advertise the correct features of the product. So like if they are advertising about the wrong features and all, cases can be easily filed against them. So the system nowadays.
For example, one ad example. I'm not looking for definition, generalization. Ad example. That's it.
I am coming to the example. So
please come fast, sir. I'm hungry.
So for example, recently Patanjali has launched an ad called Coronil, where it claimed like they can cure the coronavirus disease. So it was brutally trolled by the social media, and most of the governments has banned the ad. So the companies can introduce unethical ad, but it won't work in India right now. So that's my opinion.
Okay, good. Next. First.
Sir, I think nowadays companies are bringing up ethical ways of advertisement. For example, I use the same example, Fair and Lovely. Earlier they were Fair and Lovely, and recently they changed their name to Glow and Lovely because they realized their mistake that fairness is not only beauty, but every people are beautiful in their own way. So they renamed their brand into Glow and Lovely. So I think more ethical ways of advertising are coming into the market.
Okay.
So the companies are becoming more truthful and ethical by these years. So the one of the example is like before 2-3 years, the biscuits ads, like always it was boasting about the taste of the biscuits. Like when we eat biscuits, the rainbow will flow through our eyes, something like that. But recently, the ad was like that was about Nutri biscuits. So it was like showing a pizza and biscuit. It says this biscuit is so healthier than this pizza. Then it comes to a piece of bread and says this biscuit is much healthier than this bread. So yeah, companies are becoming more ethical and being truthful. Like the details are being precise. Yes, sir.
Okay, but people are saying normal food is better than biscuit. Oh, you are promoting biscuit. Fine, good, Thomas. Yes, next team. Thank you.
So good afternoon, sir. Myself, Sudhakar. So our topic is unethical advertisement. So literally, unethical advertisement means like we are intentionally fooling a customer to buy a product only for the terms of money. Like example, I can take what happened in Facebook advertisement where Gujarat, like what is it? BJP's Gujarat. I mean, they use a campaign to make like trend their votes in Facebook campaign, but literally people got fooled after they got voted. So next I will take to Naushad. Take over.
One more ad I can relate to this unethical advertisement is the Imperial Blue advertisements. Like men will be men. So they show that men are like in front of girls or females, they act different like this and all. So it's kind of promoting lewd behavior towards females. And in movies also, like actors are like favorite actors and all. If they smoke, the small children or the youth in general, they'll be like, oh, he smokes in that way, even I'll smoke in that way, or I'll drink in that way. So basically, it's like unethical advertisement through these methods.
Good, good, good. Any other team left?
No, sir.
Yes. So please, all of you switch on your videos. So. Yes, dear students, today we have a very good discussion, and we started a small point for the forthcoming discussion. In the forthcoming discussion, I will plan an activity. Okay, it may be a debate or group discussion. I will give time for the activity. With that we will finish up the first unit. Okay, so happy to know that you are very interactive and creative. So last 2 weeks I am observing. Okay, so maybe this. Thank you all. Have a wonderful Sunday. We'll meet you on Monday. Thank you. Take care.